This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, this is Professor Olson doing the midweek critique for the icon sketches for the logo week 2 process. I'm going to start with my class, and then I'm going to work into Professor Bro's class and then Professor Penna's class. So starting off with Jamie, you got Granny's Secret, which is a fudge that has a kick in it. And you did some great sketches. They look pretty clean and easy to see, understand, a variety of ideas, and you did a second round, which is pretty cool. The one thing I say, it looks like you're sending me a screenshot of the page, and this just goes for everybody. You can export any page as a JPEG from InDesign, so make sure you know how to do that. All right, I really like number 1. I think that kind of says it all. It's hard to get past that. I'm sure you probably found that too, but number 7 is kind of cool because it's like a little block of fudge there. Second round, probably the rolling pin and wooden spoon might be good. I do like the winky granny. I'd be cautious about how you tie the type in really tight around it. That might be one way to go, but you want to make sure you have some flexibility, a little flexibility. So as far as 3 ideas, I would say number 7 on this page, number 2 on this page, and maybe number 9. I think those would be the 3 ideas you'd want to take to the next step. This is really good work though, and 2 pages of sketches is awesome. All right, Laura, you did cactus cookies. So these are good sketches. They could be cleaned up a little bit. I would just sort of like brighten them up a bit, but of these are all pretty redundant. Most of them are cactuses in some form. So I know it's called cactus cookies, but I would try to expand beyond the cactus. I think number 2 is cute because it's a character. That's a good idea. Perhaps, I can't really tell what's going on. Number 7, that's 7, fresh fruit. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward configuration. The pepper arms with the cactus, that's probably good too, but these are very sort of redundant. Could you do different types of characters, like other desert characters? Think about maybe the pepper becomes a little more dominant. And personality is your friend here, so that's really good. Watch the movie Rango. There are lots of characters, all from the desert. So perhaps there's other creatures you could use to give you a little more variety. All right, next up, Jema, and you got Brainiac Coffee. These are all really good, on brand. They make sense. This is a coffee that makes you smarter. Some of them are a little complex. Number 2 is definitely a winner. I think you do that. Let's see, number 4 is the rings from the mug. That's very generic, so I don't know about that. This is a little overly complicated to see. The brain with the mug handle is good. That's definitely on brand. You got to make that look somewhat appealing though somehow. So number 1 and 2 are good. What's number 9? Oh, looking down in the coffee and you see Einstein's formula. That might be good too. I do like this atomic thing. I feel like protons, maybe there's the coffee cup in the middle or something. 1, 2, possibly 8 and 9. So you've got 4 good options to work from. All right, next up, Professor Bro's class, Brittany, Monkey Tree Licorice. So this is a fun kind of licorice candy. These are what I would say highly redundant. So you've got a lot of the same thing over and over again. The monkey as a character is a fun idea. You sort of have to focus in on them a little bit more. The tree coming out of their head, I don't know. The face on a tree is maybe okay. But these are all, I know because the name is Monkey Tree, so right away you're going to go for the monkey and a tree. Try to branch out a little more and see if you can come up with something really different. Um, Perhaps there are other creatures that live in the monkey tree, or perhaps the monkey is configured a little differently. But I think 2, maybe 10, and if you can come up with something else, that would be great. All right, Johnny, Windsor tea, very English tea. Um, so you've got the heraldry with the WT. The flag of England is not really a good logo idea because this is kind of like already a logo and you're just sort of appropriating it. The crown's a good idea if the crown had something kind of unique about it. It wasn't just a straight up crown. I like the heraldry. Um, the castle might work in some way. See, some of these I would say are like more like visual exploration, a castle, a knight. You want to figure out how do I make it unique, make a unique knight, a unique castle, or something special about it that sort of ties into your product, your brand a little more. But you do have some decent options here. All right, next up, Professor Penna's class. All we have is Jonathan. Olympic coffee. So this is coffee from a Greek diner. So there's some Greek imagery. Number 1 is a trident. These, they're a little complex. You don't need the type, don't use the word, just create an image. So, and don't use the Olympic rings in any way because those are the logo of the Olympic Games, which is a different entity altogether. So perhaps number 9, the helmet, maybe number 10 with the Acropolis in some unique way if you figured out a way to do it differently. The torch could be, if it didn't have, don't take those, put those rings on it. And maybe this becomes a cup of coffee in some way. So I think you're getting there. You definitely understood the brand and read through your creative brief, which is essential. And then one last comment, this goes for everybody. Don't give me a screenshot. Export the page as a JPEG so that you have a nice clean image when you put it up here. All right, that's all we got for today. I'll be back on tomorrow, Friday at noon to update any, look at any updates and give you some more feedback. Have a great day.